Good morning, First Unitarian. We are the keepers of a great and a sacred trust, that there is direction even when everything seems lost, that there is strength even in helplessness, that it is possible to be wounded and still be whole, that hope is reborn in every single moment. We are the keepers of a great and a holy trust, that kindness is good, even if we don't understand it, that all things fit some vast and timeless purpose, that now is the only guarantee, and that love comes mostly to those who love. We are the keepers of this great and sacred trust. Let us be here fully in this time that is set aside to seek direction and strength. Let us be welcoming of each other in this place that seeks wholeness. Let us be open to the gifts of this life, even those we do not yet understand. Let us share the joy and the burden of this great and sacred trust. Amen.
about our sheltering and immigrant family, this poem sort of hit me. It's by Huberta van Akkeren, Reflection on Community Recovery. We were strangers when we first met, one affected by disaster, the other there to help. And after a short while, our paths were set. We started the journey as a guide and one lost. As you struggled to find the power within yourself to rebuild your life and evaluate the cost, I saw your tears and felt your pain and connected with compassion to the sadness in your heart. Now I feel very privileged to witness you smile again. As together we walked on the road to recovery, you shared your story, fears, and your loss. And along the way, we made an important discovery. We are all united in our love and our need to feel connected to family, friends, and community. Rebuilding together is powerful indeed. You thank me as our ways part, yet I come away, feel truly blessed to have journeyed with you, for you are one of the many who has enriched my heart.
Please rise in body or in spirit, and join in singing hymn number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me.
Hello, I am Justin Silverstein from the Giving and Action Committee. As you know, our congregation supports important work in our community by donating collections to organizations outside our four walls on the first and third Sundays of each month. Today we have chosen Together Colorado for the offering, and I thank you for your generous support of this organization. As usual, checks should be made to FUSD, but unless otherwise indicated, all funds received will go to Together Colorado in support of their work in the community. Please welcome Will Dickerson, who will tell you more about this organization.
I think it's still morning, so good morning, everyone. I pray that everyone is well today. I'm so happy to be here. I was able to sit through the first service today, and it was a tremendous blessing, and I'm also being blessed this morning as well with you all. Together Colorado is a multi-faith, multiracial, multi-ethnic community organization that uses a series of trainings and learnings to make people aware of the power already within them. For 36 years, Together Colorado has worked in faith communities, schools, and youth associations to address the pains of communities and create the momentum and power for change through the development of leaders. Currently, we work in 60 congregations or institutions, and are working also statewide with about 200 clergy. And a lot of the work that we work on is quality, affordable health care, a pathway to citizenship, great schools for kids, safe communities, and a justice system that values redemptive practices rather than punitive ones. And so, what does all of that mean? I have a very quick story for you to explain that. There's a young lady by the name of Karina. Karina is a young woman that was going to school at Aurora Central. And while she was at school, she was involved in a gang shooting, and she was shot in the back. She was not a part of a gang and had no idea the issue that was going on, but nonetheless, she became an innocent bystander and a victim of gun violence. The real problem with this is that she was also undocumented and could not have the same access to the health care that she needed from being paralyzed from the waist down. Through the work with Together Colorado, she has been able to gather a voice to be able to speak out against the violence in her community. And through that process, she was able to get her voice out there well enough that now she has had access to the health care that she needs and is currently in rehabilitative work for her back. Without the donations from you all, without your support, this work is very, very hard to continue. And so I really thank you and appreciate you for having me here and using the monetary funds that you have to be able to continue the work in the community that we're doing. Thank you so much.
Please do the best you can for all of us and our community outside.
few of the joys and concerns of our larger community, although today they happen to be all concerns. I'd like to hold up, there's a couple of our families that are really struggling with their togetherness. A couple of our couples are considering separating from each other. If you've ever been there or even close to it, you know that is a really painful, difficult place to be. So I ask you, hold these families in your thoughts and prayers at this time. As always, we hold in our hearts some of our beloved elders in the congregation who are bravely coping with the inevitabilities of age and time. Last week, actually this is a joy now that I think about it. Last week I shared that a friend of Kathy Glatt's was at that moment was being detained in Cairo on a trip that they were trying to make to Gaza to be with a group of women there for Women's International Week. I'm happy to say they have been released and are now back here in the United States. They never did make it to Gaza though. And last, I'd like to hold up at least two members of our congregation that I know of have been dealing for about the last several months with severe chronic pain. And if that is something you've ever had or even been around, you know that is one of the most emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting conditions that you can possibly go through. So please keep all of these members of our community in your thoughts and prayers this week. And by way of a prayer, I want to offer these words from the great and perhaps even the prophetess, great Marge Piercy. This is a poem she wrote. It's called The Low Road. What can they do to you? Whatever they want. They can set you up. They can bust you. They can break your fingers. They can burn your brain with electricity, blur you with drugs till you can't walk, can't remember. They can take your child, wall up your lover. They can do anything you can't stop them from doing. How can you stop them? Alone, you can fight, you can refuse, you can take what revenge you can, but they roll over you. But two people fighting back to back can cut through a mob. A snake dancing file can break a cordon. An army can meet an army. Two people can keep each other sane, can give support, conviction, love, sex, hope. Three people are a delegation, a committee, a wedge. With four, you can play bridge and start an organization. With six, you can rent a whole house, eat pie for dinner with no seconds, and hold a fundraising party. A dozen make a demonstration, 100 fill a hall, 1,000 have solidarity in your own newsletter, 10,000 power in your own paper, 100,000 your own media, 10 million your own country. It goes on one at a time. It starts when you care to act. It starts when you do it again after they said no. It starts when you say we, and you know who you mean when you say it. And every day, you mean one more.